I'm gonna laugh my ass off when you die from taking all those drugs.
It stinks.
Hey Pickle Sniffers, today we're playing Night Trap for the 3DO video game home entertainment system. So basically, the plot of this graphic adventure is to save a bunch of homely women from being eaten by stupid guys with black pantyhose on their noggins. One of those homely bitches was Dana Plato. You might remember her as Kimberly, the older sister on the TV show Different Strokes. That doofy broad was trying almost everything to save her shitty career. I remember I saw her on a Skinamax movie, and she had one of them asses that, like, no matter how many times you wiped, it was still a brown streak. Her ass was all gross, but I'm sure some of you fruits at home would probably like it. What is that brown streak in their ass cracks anyway? Is it just years and years of poopy logs marinating between the cheeks and eventually it just changes the color of the skin? I mean, that bitch was naked all the time and she always had a dirty ass. I just don't get it. Couldn't she get her ass bleached like those fancy types in Hollywood? Why would you agree to be naked in a movie when you have poopy log streaks on your butt? I just don't understand. Well, fortunately for her, she doesn't show her poopy log streaks in this game, but man, I'm sure she showed a lot of people them poopy log streaks, and no one, and I mean no one, wants to see poopy log streaks on their naked women. I remember when I was a kid, I read in a newspaper, it was the Enquirer, but it was poopy reading at the time. And I remember she was working at like a dry cleaning place after getting the boot from Different Strokes. They had a big picture of her behind a cash register, looking like a big asshole. I remember I laughed, and I laughed. Then that dumb bitch got arrested for robbing a video rental store. She just stole a bunch of movies and other junk. I'm sure any of the movies she stole didn't have her in it. Well, anyway, no one was even looking for that dumb bitch, but she turned herself in anyway. So she could have got away with it, but she was a total moron and turned herself in. Man, that Dana Plato sure was a giant sack of shit. 'Cause I remember right before she died of doing all her drugs, she went on the Howard Stern show and was all like, "I ain't doing drugs. Why don't you give me a piss test and I'll prove that I'm not doing drugs." And do you know that dumb bitch died the very next day? You just don't get as stupid as Dana Plato. I guess it all worked out for her though, because if you listen to that same interview, she also said she was doing promotions for some website called MikeHuntsOnFire.com. What a classy broad. What a slob. Even someone as lowly as yours truly, Richie, would never work for a site called MikeHuntsOnFire.com. Maybe the start of all her troubles was realizing that she had poopy streaks in her butt. Maybe if she didn't have those poopy streaks between her cheeks, maybe she would never go on a drug binging rampage, and eventually led to her unimportant and trivial death. Let's talk about the graphics. So, I guess the moral of the whole Dana Plato story is that if you're a woman and you got poopy streaks in your asshole, you should probably get them bleached, because you'll probably, if you don't, you'll just end up doing all kinds of drugs, working for Mike Hunt, telling everybody you're clean, robbing videotapes, and just being a general sack of garbage. This game was a most excellent adventure. I love the graphics. I'm going to give the graphics a 10 out of 10. Well, what else? I guess I'd give them controls another 10 out of 10. And with the controls, the graphics, the sound, well, I would give the sound a 10 out of 10. And to wrap it up, you see them bitches dancing? I hope each one of them gets cancer in their colon. Look how annoying they are. It just makes me angry. But again, we got another most excellent adventure for you guys to try at home. You can't go wrong. If I say it's good, then you know it's good. So, to wrap it up, until next time, true believers.
You're missing the point here. You've got to be trapping more of those leeches. This just won't cut it. You put those girls in danger, that means you are out of here. Breaking contact.